If we are granted the opportunity to win the grand prize, we will allocate the funds in a way that will assist in providing us with the transformation that we are currently encountering.
Your business is about one, innovation, creativity, and the speed of service. So I can't take an excuse that you didn't have enough time, because the speed of service becomes very important in that. So I think for me, you've let me down a little bit on the presentation of the cake. I was expecting something dazzling in that.
Kuthiwa-ke lapha eSouth Africa thina-ke sinezinye-ke iy'nkundla ezinkulu kakhulu uma kuza kulo mkhakha lona wezokubhaka. Lapha futhi-ke sikhulume-ke ngama-settlements lawa afana ngokuthi-ke abo-informal nabo-formal trades. Uyabona-ke abantu-ke abanolwazi kakhulu kwekona-ke lo mkhakha lona-ke sikhuluma ngabo-South African Chambers of Baking. Bona-ke bathi-ke le nkundla lena-ke la ekhaya inemkhakha emihlanu ehlukahlukene. Phela-ke lapha sikhuluma izinto ey'fana njengabo-plant, wholesale, industry, in-store and other. Amu-ke yena-ke ungena kulo mkhakha lona kwabo informal, kodwa-ke lokho akamvimbi ukuthi-ke yena angafeza amaphupho wakhe kuwona lo mkhakha. Namhlanje i-Making Moves ichithe usuku ePitoli lapha yana ibhizinisini elibizwa ngokuthi Amu Cakes. Sithe uma sisuka lapho saba nethuba lokuthi sinambithe amakhekhe abo amnandi abhakiwe.
So Sheila is busy with one of our orders that we will finish together.
Ngemva kwaloko sathi short left saya lena ekhaya lakhe sakwazi ukuthi sithole kabanzi ngemvelaphi yakhe nokuthi yena umuntu onjani.
Lindsay, if yena nali wrong atlothola tsela ya wina.
Kuthe ngemva kwako konke lokho weza lapha e-studio sethu uxoxisana nathi ngebhizinisi lakhe nokuthi unamaphi amaqhinga azomsiza ukuthi ibhizinisi lakhe lindlondlobale.
You've obviously learned couldn't touch our business, you've learned lessons along the way. What would you do differently?
My name is Amukelani Mashele. I'm the founder and owner of Amu Cakes. We are based in Pretoria West, and we provide cakes for all occasions. Making Moves, me Amukelani Amu Cakes. Please come in. This is where we are based. We are based in Pretoria West, 546 Charlotte Maxeke Street. This is where all the magic happens. We provide cakes for all occasions, and our unique selling point is that we provide a personalized service with regards to any cake that you want for your occasion. La reception ya yena yela itirela kona ke customer ta yena tingena tita order di cake ta tonala. I started the business informally while I was working for a corporate in 2009. I was retrenched in 2012 in May, and then the doors of Amu Cakes were opened in October 2012. And it was mostly based on the fact that I love food. I am passionate about food, but the problem with cakes at the moment and then was that there's a lot of premixes. So the gap was there, and I took the opportunity to study and get acquainted with the skill and the know-how of how to do cakes. This is where we do all the cakes. This is where the magic happens. And this is Sheila. Sheila is my assistant. So we actually are the girls behind the cakes, of the cakes that come out. This is me and her. So Sheila is busy with one of our orders that we will finish together. This is a wedding cake that is going to be on a night wedding. It will be delivered tomorrow evening. And then Minan Tamikomba, the other side, apart from making cakes, we also do confections. We have a bakery section as well. Majority of the customers it's people taku even during the week to come and collect their scones, to come and collect their muffins, but collect the cupcakes. I will finish up with Sheila here with the wedding cake, but as well I will just I'm baking an order of scones as well as I tin leria for order kona ya famba nanhlikana. Before I start working with food, there is an importance ya kore hlamba maboko to comply with the hygiene policy that is regulated generally.
I started here the 3rd of June last year. And then ever since then, okay, ntsara together, and then Oberaka li sis Amu, li sis Yvonne, homonati, because like we are sort of a family. Kore for now, they've become my big sisters. And the most important thing eki ratanga aus Amu as a boss, it's being a boss, not Elea Hore, and then because of she's the owner, and then Lena, she can never listen to you. Wow, like if I come with a suggestion, okay, just Amukelani, okay, customer ibata iliso. How about re so? Just hore, even that Amu cake signature, and then she always welcomes that.
The business is self-funded. So what basically happened was I had about 90,000 rand capital that I invested into the business.
Amukelani Mashele, also known as Yvonne, ni tiralaka Amu Cakes. Amu Cakes is swamina, lontana, lontongo, and then minala nitira as operational manager. Nisole join Amu Cake August 2013, but unofficially nisole kuba join August 2013 and September, ana atira anotala maybe on a part-time basis, and then sole tirala permanently October, then the 1st of October 2013.
The one thing that made me realize I'm in business, and seriously so, was when we opened our doors and now we catered for strangers. You know, when you do a beautiful cake and then a client comes through the following week to say, I had your cake. I had a very beautiful cake. I got your numbers from a previous client that you did a cake for, and the taste was very nice, the presentation was beautiful, and I would like you to do a cake for us.
I'm Dr. Ntombi Kumalo from Pretoria. I'm a dentist by profession. Amu, I've known her for 3 years now. Ama services, they are top of the range. And what I like the most, Amu, they are baked from scratch.
The scones are ready to go into the oven. As a small business, I believe that there's a lot of us emerging small businesses out there. And the question would always be, what makes Amu Cakes unique? We're doing more or less the same thing that a lot of people are doing out there, a lot of our bakers, a lot of our competitors, but Shilesha stand out. And the feedback that I've received from the clients with regard to what we're doing, Leshi promote growth, is that we are consistent. Loko hi bake it scones today. Loko tije munungwane, lokatela bafuti the next time, the flavor is still the same. That is the first thing that we did. And the other thing is that you need to be able to deliver on time.
I met Amu in 2010 at work, and then this other lady was celebrating a birthday. She brought cakes at work, and when I tasted, she mentioned that she actually bought the cakes from Amu. I knew her, but I just didn't know that she was that good. And then I asked for just a taste cake, and then I ordered one at that time. It was really good. And then I never looked back ever since.
I'm not only a baker in the business. There is a whole lot of other things that I do. It's just a case of I had to revisit that to kind of refine it more.
It's very good cake, by the way.
Very good cake. Thank you.
Nice. Martin, any more questions?
How are you marketing at the moment?
Making moves ithole ithuba lokuthi sichithe isikhathi ke lapha eAmu Bakeries. Sesisuka lapho sathola nethuba lokuthi sinambithe amakhekhe amnandi abawabhakayo. Sesisuka lapho sabona ukuthi ke ibusiness labo baliqhubha kanjani ke kuleya ndawo. Yabona ke masiqeda lapho sathola nethuba lokuthi sixoxisane nabantu abayazi kabanzi ke lentokazi, abaphinde futhi basitshela nangemvelaphi yakhe ukuthi yena uAmukelani umuntu onjani.
The lowest point of my life actually came just a few years ago. especially when it came to my finances, when it came to losing the comfortness lit anerkatona at that particular time. My whole family, as we speak, they shielded me. From my mother, to my siblings, to my niece, to even the young ones, they were still there. And they actually said it's okay. The love you gave is the love that they started giving. I think when you get to your lowest, that's actually when you realize the importance of family. You know, you'll have friends, otafamba, mara loko umaka family ufana na leni umaka yona ka Mashele. I wouldn't trade them for anything. Because business ya baba, but they still said we love you anyway.
Na nkarhi lowu swi swa yena swi nga fambi kahle u kuma ku ri a swi n'wi tsakisa swi n'wi khomangi kahle a tshama karhi a vilela mara hi n'wi nyike support hi ku tiva ku ri a ni ri a hi nge n'wi tshiki hi ku u swi lavile a tiyimeli a hi ri na yena hi karhi hi n'wi seketela swinene.
And I'm sorry I'm being so emotional, but it happens, especially when you're running a business.
There was a point where I thought, you know what, Ausagamo utlo chances are maybe lutwela ka twela. Because nasitsa butsuru mara hanga lugisa CV hanga wela mergum. But that was just na feel like I'm cool for that moment. The next day she was up and running. Re bona ngwana hubi mama ra ke ba tsena batho ba ke tla bona go pele.
It's actually making me reach my vision and work harder more to want to see a dream, a passion, and a love for what I do.
Because loko ni karhi ni baker u ve n'wana lo angi a ni ri wa tiva loko u baker u khata tikuku hi something like glass or cutting cake and so on, and then yena a ya teka paniki a teka ti-piece letiya a tindlala a ti khata ku komba ku ri siku rin'wanyana ni ze ni n'wi byela ni ku wena miskini loko kula u ta bake a ti hlekela wela ni ra rin'wana.
I'm the one who spent a lot of time with her in the kitchen because it's something that naturally happened. So the strong character comes with being able to survive, because honestly, if it wasn't for this character that I inherited from my mom, I don't think I'll still be alive.
Lindsay, if yena na le wrong, I tlo thola tsela ya wina. For losing for when I was out of the question. And then nesitse ba no ntho ke thome accept. Ale no ka itse hanga ba tsela into conflict dilen. Tlo nyo go no wina mara later tlo realize mara ngwana mma ne man personally ya go tlo apologize, but in the current moment silo asirahal a lebala.
Relationship yakale my aunt is a very interesting one. So anything like trends, or like maybe if, for example, on WhatsApp there's, you know, HUD and then she doesn't know, she'll ask me. So I'm very open-minded. This personality has taught me to be able to want to learn, to be able to accept when I'm wrong, to be able to change with the times, to be able to keep up with the standard so that I can see the business move forward.
On strong and utili ka ntiro wa yena wa kota ku tirha 24 hours anga tlelangi.
That's one of the characters that makes her to be a success at what she's doing.
Ina vele isuke itsamala Mamelodi.
I grew up with a mother who was not concerned about what other people say. She was more concerned about what her children eat, because she had 6 children, young children, widowed at a very young age. By 33, my mom was a widow.
Uvelekiwe lawan a Holy Cross, and then after kolana ngena xikolo amasingita pasa ngena technical. ilomanga phasa khona matric wa yena a technical.
My mom had that strong personality to say, I'm going to push until I've got food on the table. I'm going to wash for Makoa, the washing, until I've got food on the table. So out of all my siblings, I think I'm the one who actually inherited that more, because as she explained, Hore, I'm the one who spent a lot of time with her in the kitchen. What makes me happy is my son. Akane is 5 months old. It doesn't matter how bad it is at work. It doesn't matter how much I have to work hard. I have a soul that I have to take care of, and that keeps me going.
Uyabona uma kuza kulezi kwezamabhizinisi, uAmukelani umuntu ke yena ke ozifundise konke lokho akwaziyo ngezamabhizinisi. Uyabona ke lentokazi lena inothando olukhulu nekhono ke futhi eliningi kakhulu uma kuza kwezokubhaka. Kodwa uphinde ukhumbule ukuthi ke lenkundla lena kuyona inokukhulu ke umqhudelwano njengoba abaningi abantu abafuna ukuzenzela amadlela ahlaza kona ke lomkhakha. Uma ngabe ke yena ke efuna ukuphokophela ke kuyona lenkundla le, kuyodingeka ukuthi asebenze ngokukhulu ukuyimisela ukuze akwazi ukuthuthuka kuyona lenkundla. Ake sizwe ukuthi mapha amasawo nawo azomsiza ukuthi aye phambili ngebhizinisi lakhe.
Okay, so Ifikile La Studio, I'm here for my interview with Pepsi, and then I hope everything goes well, and I'm looking forward to the lessons that I'll be taught today. Thank you.
Amu is passionate about making decorated cakes for all manner of occasions. But today, she's joining me in studio to talk about the things that are not so sweet about her business. Madi Kuku, Dumela. Welcome to Making Moves.
Hi.
Take a seat, man. Lovely to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So you've had a very interesting business journey, full of all sorts of ups and downs. If you had to look back, what's been the most difficult thing about your business journey?
Keeping it running. The opening one was the exciting part. I think Kubanankarlo, as a young person, loko for a business, then you get excited. I think you have this hype to say, I'm now a business person. But once you're operational and you start doing the real business, that's where the challenge starts, and just keeping it open and continuing with the business.
And what's the most important thing that you've lost because of your business?
You know, it's small things, but letting go of your car, you know, having to go back home because all the funds, all the money that you had, the small capital that you had is all invested in the business.
How many times have you thought, it
was once.
Once?
It was once.
Okay.
Yeah, it was once.
But here you are still doing it.
I think the passion drove me. I had to actually sit down and say, I gave myself a time frame. I said, okay, this is July. You're going through a tough time. You know, you learn about strategizing and thinking about exactly what or when is it the right time to give up. And at that particular time, it was very, very tough. You know, new business, bringing your reputation, building it, having it being solid. And at that time, my capital was depleted. And I was sitting there and I said, at least give yourself another 5 months. If you don't recover within those few months, update your CV, go back to work. Yeah.
You've obviously learned business, you've learned lessons along the way. What would you do differently?
I would go back and learn how to manage a business, because a business is not only the cake that I would display and present there. There's a lot of strategic processes that you have to follow, that you have to comply with, that you have to deal with on a daily basis to actually keep that particular product selling.
Would you take this journey again?
I wouldn't do it the way I did it.
Okay, how would you do it?
Completely.
How would you do it?
I would start with market research. I would try and find out where I'm situated with regard to a location. Is it a good place? Are the people going to buy? When you expand, you are now talking bigger people. You are now talking strangers. You are now talking real consumers, people who will come in and be critical of the product that you're selling.
Okay.
Yeah. I would then go back and implement marketing strategies from the word go, and not wait up until I'm about to lose the business to think about marketing.
So now you've learned all that you've learned, and here you are.
Yeah.
What are you going to start doing? How are you taking this business forward? So explain to me in detail what you are now doing and what you're going to be doing.
Currently, we just recently moved to the main road. Our previous premises were off the main road. We currently moved to the main road. It's bigger premises. It's a bigger kitchen for production. So what I'm doing at the moment is resetting up the kitchen. And that's the most important thing, because remember, I'm in the food industry. I went to train for food and food prep. I have a certificate in that, so it gave me an understanding of the fact that you have to comply first. Before you can even open your doors and operate, you have to comply with the Food and Beverage Regulations Act. So I have to redo the kitchen so that it can comply my certificate of acceptability.
You've redesigned the kitchen. Let's, a few weeks time, a few months time, you're done. How are you going to grow the business? Like main road, so tractor traffic inyana. Is that enough?
It's not, because attracting traffic, it's not guaranteed that people will buy. It's increasing our product line. Because there is, when you get feedback from clients, they would want, currently we're working on an ordering system where if Pepsi wants a cake, you have to pay in a deposit. We don't have walk-ins. So we'd like to implement that particular department where we have the front end designed in a way, we have your cake slide with a cup of coffee or with a juice, and that is what we want to do in the front. And increase in the product lines, there is a whole lot of cakes that are going to creches. We're in the process of approaching creches within the vicinity to say that in your birthdays, how can we come in, how can we do that?
When you look at a vision for this business, what does that look like?
The most important thing is getting our own site where we'd be able to actually break it down into either, for now I can say 3, where we'd be selling the cakes, where we'd then be having a small retail space where people will come in, because your personalized cakes, your cakes for events, they take up a lot of time because it's different design, it's people that have to come in, consultation. So we'd have that wing where people would come in and just consult and have their cakes created, but it will then interlink with where they will just walk in. If they would like to taste the different flavors that we would be offering, they would then sit there, have a cup of coffee. But remember, your cake tasting, because it's now a trend, we cannot do it for free. So at least if you have your small cake slices and a cup of coffee, maybe have a South African supplier that would do that for us, and have that. And then have the wing where we would continue producing all these things with the vision that we have as Amu Cakes. It's being able to comply with the time frame that we are given by our clients to deliver on time. Consistency is key.
It's encouraging to see Amu still going despite the difficulties that she's been through. She'll now go for a coaching session to see if she can get insights that will help lessen the challenges in her business and help her prepare for her pitch session with the judges.
The interview with Pepsi was interesting. It gave me a lot to think about the business and the expansion, and I'm hoping to learn more. I think the one thing you learn that running a business is not easy, and you have to take it seriously, and then you have to keep on going up until it grows strength by strength. I'm looking forward to the coaching session with Ntate Moloi. I'm hoping that I'll learn a lot so that we can be able to grow bigger.
In terms of your management systems and that, the processes somehow in the business, are they documented? I'm a little bit let down that the design that you brought is a very standard design that I would get from any retail, any supermarket and that.
Bakwethu sizwele ukuthi ke imaphi ke amasu uAmu anawo uma kuza kundlondlobaliseni ibhizinisi lakhe. Futhi sibonile ukuthi intokazi iyakwazi ukubhaka amakhekhe abazwe ngobuhle for izindlela ke ezinye zahlukahlukene for onke ama occasions akhona ke la ngaphandle. Uyabona kuma ngabe udinga ukuthi ibhizinisi lakho lindlondlobale lithuthukele phambili. Udinga umuntu ke onolwazi olunzulu kakhulu ozokwazi ukunikeza izingcebiso. Kula khona ke making moves ifike khona ke yamlethela umqeqeshi uma kuza kwezabo somabhizinisi abasafufusa. Akuzibonele wena ukuthi coaching session hambe kanjani.
My name is Lucas Moloi. I am the founder of the organization called the Junto Group. The Junto Group itself was founded in about 2004, and we've been evolving around the years in that. I'm very involved with entrepreneurship in the country. As the organization also, the business is really built on the model of improving entrepreneurship in the country. And so when an entrepreneur has got a business and that, it is very difficult for them to secure a board. What we do, we then come in as the VOGA Advisory Board and we become advisory board to them. People don't do business with companies. People do businesses with other people. Innovation, innovation, innovation. If the organization is not innovative, then it is busy dying. That is one element that I need to see in every organization that I do. What are the challenges at the moment in the business?
There is a whole lot of compliance that we have to do with regard to the food industry. So it's a combination of a whole lot of things that I have to learn as a business person. First impression, Ntate Moloi, he looks very strict and extremely calm. And I kind of said, I hope he will be able to listen to what I have to say and help.
The HR systems, how are you sitting there?
I'm the baker, okay. I'm the decorator, and she is my assistant with the decorating side.
Okay.
And then we have the operations manager who does the daily runnings from going and buying stock, doing the admin, capturing invoices. Basically, she's front end up until the back, but not in production.
Amu seems to be very dedicated. She wants to do this. You know, when a person has been at a stage where she lost so much for this business, then you know that person is in it for a long run. You know, it's not a person that thought that I'm going to quickly make the money. Even if she thought she was quickly going to make the money, she's realized that it's not as quick and that, and she stuck by it. She didn't update the CV and go back to work. So it's a person that really wants to do it.
I'm not only a baker in the business. There is a whole lot of other things that I do. It's just a case of I had to revisit that to kind of refine it more. But I'm a combination of a lot of things.
You see, because in this industry, very delicate when it comes to issues like compliance and that, because there's food involved in it.
Yeah.
That's where the priority should be. The processes how in the business, are they documented?
I'm gonna be brutally honest. It's 80% of it. It's still with Amu, and it's a case of now having to document it so that it can be documented and sold away.
The minute you are away, the business stops. So from today, how do you see? What I want you to start doing, Kore, take Buka and start thinking. Say, okay, what have I just done? Is it documented? And then start doing all the process and doing in a very easiest, simplest form.
And advice le ntatemolo yang nnika yona. Nitai sungula and nita sungula kutsala sula hansi. The one thing leshining atashienda slightly different is that ntatitsala the recipe, but when it comes to the process you baker, then ntaba ni implement a system ya gore mina nti mixela some of it, and then the other thing listening ashlekete kurin fanle ni basaina the confidentiality clauses. You know, look into it and see how I can implement them so that they can't be able to take away the secrets of the trade.
How are you marketing at the moment?
So it's word of mouth, it's promotional slightly, and fortunately some magazine prints there and there, but we are mostly, our presence online is very strong. Yeah.
You know the statement that says your network determines your net worth.
Okay.
You should be sitting with people like the banqueting managers and those wedding planners, party planners. Those are the people that should be your friends now.
Okay. The one thing listening at with Sasha Naikore networker, because I'm 101% Benzuini.
If you're not reaching the people and that, you may have the greatest product and that, but if you're not reaching enough foot traffic to come to the store, to come taste the cake, to come and buy, and that, the business at the end of the day starts going down. Have they really now stamped their foot into the market and that? Not yet. But there is a vision to do that. However, the systems still become a big impediment for them to go there. The impact of the business in your personal life, in everything, how has that been?
I've recently had a child. I'm a mother to a beautiful 5-month-old son.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I'm a first-time mom. I lose out on the growth of my son because I had to have mamaka, so my son lives with my mom, and I only get to see him on weekends. The upside, although there is an upside, is that I've got a very strong supportive system. I've got a lot of sisters. I'm the youngest of 3 sisters, and I'm blessed because they are mothers. I live closer to where I work. So they're able to say, if I run, I have to finish some errands, then they're able to take care of my son.
I see someone that is very grounded, that is very solid in her idea, and she realizes, or you know what, Kilusi is already too much for this idea. So I can't get where they fail. And that is that X factor that you need in someone. I think she's got that. So what you need to do is to go and ask yourself the question, to say to yourself, why did I start this business? Opportunity neluhukai, and which problem am I solving? The second one, kibata focus on the scalability of business. Because a lot of people start little puzzle shop businesses. They find just money to go into the mouth and that. So if you can, for me, take those 3 things and put them in your presentation, and that, I'm sure we'll have a great business, a great presentation.
Thank you.
And I wish you luck. You go tomorrow, break a leg and bring that money home.
Making Moves has a prize valued at 50,000 Rand to invest into a business. 12 young entrepreneurs will get a chance to showcase their businesses. Each entrepreneur will be given a chance to pitch for this investment to our panel of judges. The judges will use their own discretion to pick the top 4 businesses to go into our final episode, where they will compete for this grand prize. You too can be part of this exciting opportunity for young entrepreneurs. Making Moves.
Never skatsongo mara ni tshemba ku ri leswi hi nga si prepare swi ta kota ku ri swi hlamusela swilo leswi hinkwaswo leswi hi nga tsakela ku pfuniwa hi swona. Ni prepared quotations, and then na ku hlamusela katsongo ku ri swilo leswi hi swi kalaka hi ta endla yini hi swona ene swi ta hi pfuna njhani ku ri ya mahlweni.
Ausi, Dumela.
Ahe.
Hurra.
Nipukile minjani.
So I'm going to introduce you to my partners in crime.
Okay.
You already know Lucas on the other side. You've had an opportunity to have a coaching session with him to prepare you for today. On my left is Martine.
Good afternoon. Nice to meet you, Martine.
You are pitching why you should win the 50,000 Rand. And you have 4 minutes to convince us. And your 4 minutes begins now.
Okay. So as you can see in front of you, I have prepared a PowerPoint sheet. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present on behalf of Amu Cakes for the pitch. If we are granted the opportunity to win the grand prize, we will allocate the funds in a way that will assist in providing us with the transformation that we are currently encountering. We are in the process of introducing a new walk-in service into the business where people will come in and buy pre-made orders. So if that on its own will be able to assist us, it will create more, there will be a need in production. So if we are given the opportunity to get the funds, this is how it will be allocated. The first half of it, or 80% of it, will be allocated to machinery. It will be in addition to the machines that we have at the moment, of which it will be another deck oven, 2 additional cake mixers, which are 20 liters, and then 2 additional stainless steel tables, and a pie warmer that will go hand in hand with what will be in front. And then the rest of the money will be allocated to a point of of sale system, because currently we don't have a point of sale system at the shop. So it will be hardware, and we will want to have software as well that will be introduced, and it will be incorporated into our ordering system so that it can be able to fast track the ordering system and when people come in. That on its own, currently at the shop we are a team of 4, of which I'm an all-rounder, but mostly I do the baking and the cake decorating. But then if we are granted this opportunity to get the grant, we will have to get an additional, that was also in the process, we'll have to get an additional baker to assist with the baking and increase in production time. And we'll also get a receptionist as well. That will be a receptionist and a cashier that will be working in front to get the orders rolling and be the customer service consultant in front. So the funds will be allocated in this way. The deck oven will cost us 14,460, and then the 220-liter cake mixers will cost us 7,400, and then each, and then all in total it will be 14,800. The 2 stainless steel tables, which are 2.3 meters in size, are 2,345 rand each, and both of them will cost us 4,690. And then the pie warmer, it's a tabletop 900-meter pie warmer. It will be the cost of 3,700. I haven't yet gotten a quotation for the point of sale system, but then the rest of the funds will be allocated in sourcing that. And then thank you for being given the opportunity to pitch.
Okay, there's still a minute. Is there anything else you want to tell us?
I think the one plus thing that would happen if we are able to get this fast-tracked, because this process will be fast-tracked if we are provided with assistance. It will give an opportunity for 2 people, and specifically young people who will be able to come in and be employed, and at the same time learn a lot from us.
Okay, Martine doesn't know anything about your business.
Okay.
I suggest you take the last 30 seconds telling her about your business, who you are, what do you do, and where are all these customers coming from? Because you'll be set up to service lots of people, but I don't know where they're coming from.
Okay, my name is Amukelani Mashele. I'm the founder and owner of Amu Cakes. We are based in Charlotte Maxeke Street in Pretoria West. We currently work on an order system where customers come in and pay a deposit and then pay the balance on collection. We provide custom-made cakes which are scratch-baked, and we provide a personalized service.
Okay, thank you very much. We're going to launch straight into questions. Okay, I'm going to eat the cake while Martine and Lucas talk.
Your clientele at the moment is order only.
It's only order.
So help me understand, you're wanting to move into a retail market.
Yes.
Okay, and I still don't understand what the rationale behind that is. Is it purely for you to just have cake on demand for anybody just to walk in? And have you done the research around whether that's something that's viable in the area that you are, and you're not going to be sitting with stock on your table?
Okay. We've just recently moved to new premises. There's a lot of customers that are walking in wanting to buy cakes that are already ready-made. There's a lot of customers that are calling in. So the process that we're implementing, we would like to implement, it's something that we have actually looked into, but when we looked into based on the demand and the requirements that the customers are asking. So this is basically giving back to the customers and what they have been asking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit let down that the design that you brought is a very standard design that I would get from any retail, any supermarket and that. Your business is about one, innovation, creativity, and the speed of savers. For me, you've let me down a little bit on the presentation of the cake. I was expecting something dazzling in that.
The type of products that we have, they actually do take a bit of a long time to make with regards to the designer cakes. You will see even on our ordering process, sometimes it even takes up till a month, because then the new market that we're introducing, the new service that we're introducing, this is more or less the standard cake that will be displayed in front. That is the reason why I brought this one.
It's very good cake, by the way.
Very good cake.
Thank you.
Nice. Martine, any more questions?
So you've got an existing client base.
Yes.
They know your cake already. It's word of mouth from them. But where are you going?
What we have done, we have taken it based on what the customers were coming in to do, and also as well based on ours as a business and as a team and as the business owner to say, this is the wing that I would like to introduce. Because the other thing that we actually picked up on was that, because I think we spoke about it yesterday, I explained that our business is more online. So I do get a lot of inquiries telephonically, online and everything.
Your time is up. Thank you very much for a solid presentation. Please leave us so we can deliberate and discuss what we thought of your presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I'm still nervous. I'm still very, very nervous, but it's over. So hoping it went well for the judges. Yeah, what I would have done differently would have been to sticking to exactly to how the presentation was prepared, but I tried my best again.
All right, guys, so what do you guys think? We've seen the pitch. Amu's spoken and taken us through her business. So we each get a vote. So does she come back for the second round? If she does, what tasks do we give her? So, I mean, what's your initial feedback?
Can we decide if she brings us another cake?
Geez, her cake is good, though.
Absolutely amazing cake.
She makes really good cake. And the reason he can't have any, just so viewers know, he is vegan. I don't know what black person is vegan, but vegans are people that don't eat meat or eggs.
Any animal product.
Any animal product,
Byproducts.
So, I mean, anyway, you know. So, what do you think?
I still feel at the moment that there's so much about that business when I was sitting with her that she could have brought out. And maybe it's just nerves that she didn't be able to get it out and that, but
I would have liked to see some more financial figures. For me, it's important to understand, she's moving into a different space in her business at the moment. And one needs to understand whether that's actually financially viable or not, and what she's based those decisions on. So I'd have liked to see more. But having said that, I'm also of the opinion that she is quite knowledgeable about her business. And if I just look at the presentation, that she knows exactly what she wants to do and how she wants to do it, what her expansion plan is, how she's going to roll it out. So even though I haven't seen the financials, I like the business. My worry is that there's 2 additional parties coming on board, and that because of the lack of financial information that she hasn't given, I'm not certain that the business can sustain that, because she hasn't presented how having these machinery, or having spent on these machinery, how the revenue is going to be pumped back into, or the generation of revenue is going to be utilized in the business.
So that's my concern, is that I don't know, you know, is there a big enough market? Is her business going to pump enough to justify? You know, so is she going to stay afloat? She's on a busy road.
Yeah.
She's already doing online orders, made-to-order cakes. So I don't know. Let's bring her back in and give her feedback.
I never see. Yeah, so I still don't know, but I'll welcome any verdict either way.
Amu, welcome back.
Thank you.
Good. Firstly, congratulations on a very nice cake. I really enjoyed it. I agree with Lucas. The design is, you know, it's okay. But the taste is fantastic. Martina and I roughly finished our cakes. She's got very little left. Okay, so you're going to get some feedback from Martina and Lucas, and then I'm going to tell you what the way forward is. Okay, Martina, should we start with you?
Yeah. I can see the passion in your eyes. But from a business perspective, I think you need to pay more attention. So I'd like to see a lot more focus on your current machinery and what the outputs are there, and how that, you know, redirects into revenue, into your current business. And I'd like to see your marketing strategy on the spend into the new machinery and how that is going to result in revenue for your business.
Lucas has also got a passion for the cake.
You know, no doubt, I love your business, and that's what I said yesterday to you. But again, I still say you have to learn to be a marketer. And it came out today again, you didn't sell your you know, this part of it, it's a competition. And you didn't, for me, come out strong to say, I'm a deserving, you know, you held back. All the things we spoke about yesterday, all the things that you were telling me yesterday, they didn't come through today. So, you know, when it comes to selling, you still shy back a bit. You did say you are much of an introvert, and that we can see that you're not coming out to sell, and that I hope that changes, because you still need to sell this cake to someone out there.
Okay, so you certainly put your best cake forward. Amu, we've got some feedback for you in terms of tasks that we'd like you to undertake. So please listen carefully. The first thing is, we'd like to see a marketing plan. We'd like to see a clear, concise marketing plan with timelines. The second thing we want you to do is we would like you to go and see the SETA and organize those interns, because you need 2 new staff members. The third thing is, Martin would like to see some sort of an exercise on paper to say, with my current machine running at full capacity, I can produce this much cake. And just re-ask the question, do I really need new machinery? Okay, so I guess that means you're coming back. We'll see you in the next round. Go do your homework.
Thank you.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All the best.
Thank you. I'm just, it's humbling, so it's truly humbling to just be given the opportunity, especially given the caliber of the judges, to say to you as a young business person, as a new business, we're seeing some potential. That is truly humbling.
Look, I'm very happy for her, very excited. You know, if there's one person that deserves that prize, it is Amu. You know, she's sacrificed so much for this business. You know, it's someone that really wants it. You see the passion in, you know, when I was just a bit let down that she didn't let out, you know, but it's nerves, I understand. But you can see it in, you know, even the judges, you know, when we sit in there, when she speaks and that, they saw it. It was genuine and that, and I'm very happy for her.